6 questions that will make a woman crazy about you. Let's be real. Most men are clueless when it comes to keeping a woman hooked in conversation. Some overthink every word, nervous, hesitant, afraid of saying the wrong thing. Others sit there like a deer in headlights, blank, lost, completely forgettable. And guess what? Women notice. Instantly. Hesitation, turn off. Trying too hard, turn off. Flexing status or money, useless. Because attraction, it's not about what you have, it's about how you make her feel. Most men try to impress. Smart men create emotion. Here's where most guys fail. They list achievements. They try to sound successful. They hope she'll be impressed. But she doesn't want to be impressed. She wants to feel something. And if you can trigger that emotional pull, she won't just enjoy talking to you, she'll crave it. The game changer, 6 questions that flip the script. These aren't ordinary questions. They aren't small talk. They're designed to get inside her head, to spark curiosity, to make her intrigued, to create a connection most men will never achieve. And the key? It's not about chasing. It's not about seeking approval. It's about leading the conversation with confidence. Because a Stoic man doesn't beg for attention. He commands it, effortlessly. So pay attention. Because once you start using these questions, she won't be able to stop thinking about you. Before we dive in, if you're ready to transform the way you handle relationships using the power of Stoicism, hit subscribe now. Every video is a step toward mastering your mindset, amplifying your presence, and building deeper, more meaningful connections. All right, let's get into it. Question number 1. What's the most attractive quality you look for in a man? Most men, they never ask this. They're too busy flexing. Their job, their car, their physique. Trying to impress instead of understanding what actually makes her tick. And that's why they fail. Because women don't just fall for what a man has. They fall for how a man makes them feel. Why this question works like magic. This isn't small talk. It's a trigger. It forces her to picture the kind of man she wants in her life. And the moment she starts visualizing, she starts feeling. Does she say confidence? Good. Now own every word. Hold her gaze longer. Exude that quiet, unshakable presence. Does she value humor? Perfect. This is your moment to make her laugh, so she links that feeling to you. Does she admire ambition? Subtly mention your goals, not to brag, but to show you're a man on a mission. Where most men screw this up. They either ask too early, feels like an interview, kills the vibe. Ask with neediness, as if they're trying to mold themselves to fit her expectations. Weak move, the right way to ask, playful, like a man who's curious, not one seeking approval, at the right moment, when the conversation is already flowing, when she's comfortable, when she's invested. And when you do, watch her lean in, watch her light up, watch her subconsciously connect you to the qualities she's describing. The Stoic advantage, why this question puts you in control. A weak man bends himself to fit her expectations. A Stoic man, he listens, he observes, but he stands firm. You don't become what she wants. You decide if she aligns with what you want. That's the difference between a man who commands respect and one who seeks it. So next time you're talking to a woman, drop this question. Delivered right, it won't just make her think about what she wants. It'll make her start thinking about you. Question number 2. What do you enjoy most about those close, intimate moments with someone you trust? This question isn't just about words. It's about opening a door into her mind, making her reflect on emotions and experiences she doesn't usually talk about. And here's the kicker. When a woman starts imagining a feeling while talking to you, she begins associating you with that feeling. That's how attraction works on a psychological level. Most guys never even scratch the surface. They stay stuck in surface-level chatter. Where are you from? What do you do? Boring, predictable, forgettable. But when you ask this question, you're doing something different. You're making her feel. You're shifting the conversation into the kind of emotional depth that women crave. Now here's where the real power of this question comes in. Trust. A woman doesn't give her trust freely. She tests, she observes, she analyzes. Women are wired to be selective because biologically they have to be. Weak men see this as an obstacle. Strong men, they see it as an opportunity. When you ask her about those intimate moments she values, you're not being intrusive. You're showing that you understand the game at a deeper level. You're making her reveal what she needs to feel emotionally safe, what she craves in a real connection. And once she tells you, you now hold the blueprint to creating that emotional bond. But listen, timing is everything. Drop this question too soon and you'll come off as weird or overly eager. But drop it when the moment is right, when the conversation has already built momentum, when she's engaged, when there's already an unspoken chemistry between you. And boom, suddenly she's opening up. She's reminiscing. She's feeling. And this is where Stoicism gives you the edge over the average guy. A Stoic man doesn't force a moment. He creates the conditions where it can happen naturally. He doesn't chase emotions. He guides them. He doesn't beg for connection. He stands firm in his presence, letting attraction grow on his terms. So when you ask this question, don't rush. Hold the silence if needed. Let her lean into it. Let her invest in the conversation. And as she speaks, observe. Does she light up when she talks about deep connection? Does she get excited describing playful intimacy? Whatever it is, she's giving you the key to unlocking a deeper attraction. Use it wisely. Question number 3. What do you value most in a relationship? Now we're stepping into territory where most men fail. They never ask questions like this because they're too busy playing it safe. What do you do for a living? What's your favorite movie? Friend zone questions, predictable, boring, forgettable, but when you ask, what do you value most in a relationship? Everything shifts. You're flipping the script. You're showing her that I'm not here for small talk. I'm here for something real. And that's the kind of energy women notice. Why this question changes the game. The average guy, he never gets past surface level. But when you drop this question, you pull her into a deeper conversation. You're not just making conversation, you're making her think, reflect, and reveal. And here's where it gets powerful. What does she value in a relationship? Tells you everything about how she sees connections. Maybe she says, loyalty and trust. That tells you she craves security, emotional depth. She's looking for real connection, not just surface attraction, ambition and drive. She wants someone who pushes forward in life. Whatever her answer is, it's a window into her world. The brutal truth. Most men ignore. Not everyone values the same things. Some women care more about security than emotional depth. Some crave excitement over stability. This is where you need to be brutally honest with yourself. Does what she values align with what you want? Because this isn't just about learning about her. It's about filtering out who's actually compatible with you. Most men, they mold themselves to fit whatever they want. A Stoic man, he doesn't chase compatibility. He identifies it. He observes. He takes his time. He discerns what's real. How to use this like a high-value man. Timing is everything. Is this question too soon? It feels forced. Wait until the conversation is flowing, when the chemistry is building, when she's invested. And then, ask it. Pause. Listen, not just to her words, to what's beneath them. Because of this question, it either pulls you closer or exposes that you're not meant for each other. Either way, you win. Quick challenge. If you're serious about improving your conversations and making women genuinely obsessed, I want you to drop this in the comments right now. I have the mindset of a high-value man. Not only does this solidify your mindset, but it shows you're committed to growth. Plus, I read every comment. So let me know. Which of these questions are you most excited to use? Question number 4. What's the most attractive thing in a man? Something that drives you crazy? Now we turn up the heat. At this point, you've broken the ice. The energy is there. The connection is building. And now? It's time to push the conversation into a whole new territory. This isn't some generic small talk. This isn't what's your favorite color. This isn't what kind of music do you like. This is a direct shot into her desires. And if you play it right, you separate yourself from 99% of men instantly. Why this question works like magic. When you ask, what's the most attractive thing in a man? Something that drives you crazy? You're opening the door to her fantasies. She's not just answering a question, she's visualizing. She's thinking about the man that excites her, the qualities that make her pulse quicken, the energy that pulls her in without effort. Maybe she craves a man who makes her laugh until she can't breathe. Maybe she wants a man who moves with quiet, unshakable confidence. Maybe she's drawn to the intensity of a man who knows exactly what he wants. Whatever it is, now you have the blueprint. And if you already embody those qualities, now's your chance to amplify them. Where most men fail. They ask too early. They force it. Timing is everything. Drop this question before trust is built, and you come off as desperate. But ask it when the energy is undeniable, when she's already comfortable, already engaged. That's when the magic happens. She'll lean in. She'll smirk. She'll give you a glimpse into what truly excites her. But here's the real test. This isn't just about making her talk. This is about understanding where you stand. Most men, they just want validation. They ask questions like this because they want to be told they're attractive. But you're different. This question is your litmus test. Do her desires align with what you bring to the table? Is she looking for what you naturally exude? Or is she chasing something you have no interest in becoming? Because here's what a Stoic man understands. You don't change yourself to fit her desires. You don't mold yourself to be the man she wants. You stand firm. You observe. And you decide if she fits into your world. How a high-value man responds. Say she says, confidence is everything. You smirk, hold eye contact, lean in slightly. Looks like I'm off to a great start then. Let the moment breathe. No over-explaining, no justifying. You let your presence do the work. A weak man tries to prove himself. A strong man, he lets her see it for herself. The true power of this question. Most men think the goal is to impress her. Wrong. The goal is to understand where you fit. If she's into a bad boy attitude and that's not you, you walk away without hesitation. If she's drawn to ambition and you're a man on a mission, you let her connect the dots. You don't beg for attraction. You recognize it, or you move on. Final thought, the true power move. When you ask this question at the right time, she won't just be answering, she'll be thinking about you, not as just another guy, but as the kind of man she doesn't want to lose. So next time, ask it, hold your ground, and watch her reveal exactly what she desires. Quick challenge. If you're serious about leveling up your interactions, drop this in the comments right now. I don't chase, I attract. Let's see who's ready to stop playing small and start leading like a true high-value man. Question number 5. What's something men do that absolutely annoys you? Let's be honest, this question, it's a minefield. Play it wrong, you trigger an argument. Play it right, you spark one of the most raw, entertaining, and revealing conversations she's ever had. And trust me, the payoff is worth it. Why this question works if you handle it like a pro. When you ask, what's something men do that absolutely annoys you? You're opening the floodgates. She's about to unload. But here's the trap. Most guys mess this up. They either get defensive. Not all men try to debate her. Well, actually, act like a therapist. Tell me more about your trauma. And in doing so, they kill the vibe. How a high-value man handles this. A Stoic man doesn't get triggered. He doesn't fight her answers. He doesn't seek approval. Instead, he stays playful. He stays unshakable. He uses humor as his weapon, because when you turn a potentially uncomfortable conversation into something light, fun, and engaging, She feels safe. She feels understood. She feels entertained. And that's rare. Turning complaints into connection. She says, I hate when guys act too cocky. Most guys, they overcompensate. You smirk, lean back and say, damn, good thing you haven't seen my last beach photo shoot. Playful, confident, effortless. She says, I can't stand needy guys. Most guys, they panic trying to prove they're independent. You grin, hold eye contact and say, so if I text you 37 times a day, that's too much? Boom. She laughs. Tension gone. Now she's engaged. The Stoic mindset. Why this separates you from average men. Most guys break under criticism. A Stoic man? He absorbs it, redirects it, and flips it into an advantage. Because here's the truth. You can't control what she finds annoying. You can't control how she reacts to certain behaviors. But you can control how you respond. And if you handle this conversation with grace, humor, an unshakable sense of self, you win the secret bonus effect. What does she complain about? It's insight. She's giving you a cheat code into how she thinks. She's revealing what turns her off, what she values in a man, where you can separate yourself from the rest. So don't dodge this question. Ask it at the right time, when the vibe is right, when trust is built, when she's comfortable enough to vent. And then, stay cool, stay playful, stay in control. Final thought. This is a power move. Most men either avoid difficult questions or crumble under them. But you welcome them, you master them, you turn them into attraction. That's the difference between a man who reacts and a man who leads. Quick challenge. If you're ready to level up your presence, drop this in the comments right now. I control the frame. I control the game. Let's see who's ready to stop playing small and start dominating conversations. Question number 6. Coffee or beer? The stealth attraction trigger. At first glance, this question seems simple, maybe even cliché, but in reality, it's a game changer. Think of it like choosing a weapon. Coffee or beer isn't just a drink preference. It's a window into her vibe, her energy, her personality. And if you ask it right, you control the flow of the conversation without her even realizing it. How to use this like a high-value man. Step 1. Build suspense. Don't just drop the question randomly. Instead, set it up. All right, I've got a tough question for you. Boom. Instant curiosity. Now she's paying attention. Now she's engaged. Step 2. Read between the lines. Her answer? It's not just about the drink. Coffee? She's into deep, intimate conversations. She likes connection, slow mornings, and a thoughtful vibe. Beer? She's more laid back, spontaneous, and playful. She enjoys casual nights out, social energy, and fun chemistry. Her response gives you leverage. Step 3. Steer the conversation where you want it. She says, coffee? What's your go-to cafe? Maybe we should check it out together. She says, beer? I know a spot with the best craft IPAs. We should grab one sometime. See what's happening? You're not just making conversation, you're setting up a real-world meetup. Not asking for her time, leading the interaction. The Stoic edge. Why this separates you from average men. Most guys react. A Stoic man, he directs. He doesn't hesitate. He doesn't second guess. He makes every interaction count. Because it's not about coffee or beer. It's about presence. It's about control. It's about confidence. When you lead with that energy, she follows. Final thought. This sets you apart. Most men, they drown in small talk, forgettable. You're building moments, creating tension, pulling her into a dynamic interaction. And that's why she remembers you. What's next? Take it to the next level. We've covered 6 high-impact questions that spark deep attraction, but words alone won't win the game. If you want to fully master the art of attraction, you need to know how to compliment a woman in a way that completely captivates her. Most guys, they get this dead wrong. But in my next video, I break down the top 3 forbidden compliments, the ones that make women obsess over you. Click the video on your screen right now. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Tap the video. I'll see you there. And before you go, drop a comment below, coffee or beer. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more powerful content.